At Relentless Digital, we believe in breaking barriers and driving innovation. That's why we are extremely proud to sponsor the Power Women of the Trades podcast, supporting the voices and success of women in the home service industry. Together, we're creating a future where talent shines, regardless of gender, and diversity thrives. Join our journey at relentless-digital.com and always be relentless in your pursuit of excellence.
This episode of Power Women of the Trades is also brought to you by Forrest Perry of Forrest Perry Digital Marketing. Want to generate more leads for your service business? Trust his team to deliver quality new customer leads and protect your brand online. Check out perrymarketing.com today.
Hello everyone. We want to give a quick shout out to our amazing partner, Rilla, the game changer in the home service industry. Rilla's virtual ride-along software means no more physical ride-alongs. With Rilla, you can coach your team virtually 100 times faster and boost your close sale rates like never before. Don't miss out. Join the movement today and watch your sales soar. Visit rilla.com/PWT to learn more.
Welcome to Power Women of the Trades podcast. This show is all about breaking barriers and changing the game. Our guests will feature some of today's most successful female entrepreneurs and other advocates of our industry as well. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, female-led entrepreneurship drives change on multiple levels. We want to empower women in the trade industry like you so you can maximize your potential, stay balanced, achieve long-term success, and claim ownership over your life. Let's get started.
Welcome back to Power Women of the Trades with Cassie and Heather. Today we have Valerie Heck from Colair in Texas with us. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on.
So excited. I think this has been a long time in the making. We've tried a few times and tried to get you on the show. And then I think, did we have to reschedule you once? Maybe not.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Life has been crazy with like flu season and ice storms, tornadoes. One day we didn't have power. What is happening? Right. So
I have literally been dealing all day with our electric company because of the weather that we've been having, because we had the limbs fall on the lines and everything. So I know what you mean about the bad weather.
It is so windy, Heather. Like, she's in Oregon, so she doesn't even know. But it is like, okay, first of all, the song, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, right? Okay, it's sweeping down the freaking plain right now, and it's coming from Texas, and it is so bad. I'm telling you, like, windy. Today at McDonald's, I was like pulling through to get Haley some breakfast, and it had one biscuit in it, and he handed me the bag, and the bag almost like took off flying, and I was like, what in the world is happening? Like, it's normal. I mean, I'm used to some wind. It's crazy wind right now. So anyways, thanks for sending that to us, Valerie. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely dusty too. So
yeah, the dust is crazy.
But we've been working to take care of our customers regardless of the weather. So yeah.
Well, awesome.
I know y'all just recently had some bad snow up there too. It's just crazy weather for y'all all the time.
I know. Yeah. And then they said spring is upon us. Like, okay, I just barely feel like we got through February and they're like, spring is upon us. And we had like tornado warnings last night. And I was like, wait, what? And it's already, we're already fully in it. So, well, Valerie, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into this trades and what you do there?
Yeah. So I started working at an answering service, and I was answering for over 400 different companies. There was a lot of different, trades that we answered for. We answered for hospitals, lawyers, offices, bondsmen, you can name it. It was the, different businesses we answered for. We serviced them all. And so while I was working there, I started to notice that air conditioning companies, they got a lot of different calls. And this was whenever COVID had hit, and I wanted to transition over to a company that was, stable and more supportive for my family. So I started working in air conditioning there in a company in DSWs, and started getting Nectar training there with the best practice groups there. Then I went to another company that did some plumbing and air conditioning and started learning the ropes in both of those trades and really started getting my feet wet. And it's been really, rocking and rolling ever since. I left that company. That one was with Certain Paths. So I've had lots of different experiences there. And now I'm with Colair, and we get to train with CEO Warrior, and it's a really great practice group. Sandy's one of my mentors there, and she's really great. And I've just been learning so much about the industry and really excited to get to meet and network network with other women in the trades and really helped me feel myself like I'm growing. I wasn't always particularly making great choices in my life. Before I had my son, was struggling with addiction, and that was something that was very hard for me. And then whenever I found out that I was going to be a mom, I made the decision that the choices that I was making weren't going to be fitting for being a good mom. And that's when I started really, kicking ass at the answering service that I was at. And I told Donna, who was my boss there, she's really still one of my great mentors and I love her so much. I told her that, if she just gave me a chance, started putting me in for more hours, gave me a role with some real responsibility, not just, taking calls and saying we'll call you back and coming in part-time, but really give me that chance, that I would just impress her and show her what I was worth so that I could support my family. And, that's backtracking a little bit, but just going back a little bit about me. So I get nervous talking about it sometimes because it is a touchy subject. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to have to deal with that. It does change you mentally, even in ways that I still feel today about certain things. So, but I definitely appreciate the seat at the table with, getting a chance to learn and grow, and these opportunities that have been presented to me at the companies that I've worked for to train and certify myself with certain paths and other places. It makes me feel great as a parent and as a person, and the place and the role for me in the trades. I wanted to come on here today to let other women know, and other people within the industry, or maybe young people in the generation looking for jobs, there is a place for you within the industry, and you don't have to be born into the trades. You can come in with little to no experience and just strive to be a better person every day in the choices that you make. And then you'll start to find, look for the helpers, and you'll start to find them, and then you'll find your place in your tribe. So
well, I think it's
I'm really glad y'all have
super
them on.
vulnerable of you to share that, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. And I think that's a good lesson for all of us, that it's never too late to start over or to take control of your life,
100%.
and congratulations on
Thank you.
making that decision. And then it sounds like you have just been laser focused since then, and I'm so proud of you. That's amazing.
It's
Thank
really
you.
amazing. And that's so inspirational. I'm so glad you came on to share part of your story. And, I think this is a really good topic because there's got to be other women out there that are dealing with the same struggles that it takes to kind of get over a hump of addiction or something that, is inhibiting their ability to live the life that they want to live. And
Right.
yes, kudos to you for A, overcoming that, and B, being willing to get on here and share. There's a lot of women that really look to this podcast as, kind of a guiding force in their own careers in the trades.
Yeah.
And so thank you so much for being willing to share that.
Thank you for having me on today. And I always like to say, it's a quote that I've stood with whenever I was in recovery and finding my ways, is to just be your own best advocate. And then that way I learn how to be a better servant leader, because when I take good care of myself, like Jim Rohn says, if you take care of you, I'll take care of me for you. Then when I take good care of myself, then I'm able to take care and serve others at the highest level. So it really does help me take care of others and what I do to just make those good choices every day.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
So what do you do now for Colair?
I wear so many hats. I like to wear the title of the ambassador of fun. It is a lot of different things that I do. So right now, what I am mainly working with is the field technicians and the call by call processes. We have that virtually, where I get to ride along with them and make sure that the customer has a great experience from the moment that the CSRs, well, actually from the moment that we market to them through our branding, or whether, it be through that, but from the entire customer journey. And right now I am getting to help make sure that we're following along with them and working through those processes. So I help implement different processes from the moment that I started here at Colair. They had a solid foundation with a branding, and Ruben is a owner of Colair, Ruben Sanchez. He's 100% not just a boss, but he's a leader. He puts the meaning of, leadership and takes manager out the door. That's not even anything that I feel heard and appreciated working here at Colair. So it's really special. And we actually look into y'all posts as well, because the branding that y'all have and the culture that y'all share when y'all post is so special that it's very inspiring. And we really, strive for that here with Colair as well. So it's been really special coming on and, throughout the years, just growing the company. And we've really had some great leaps and strides into, we've hit our goals, and just continuing to aim with those big, hairy, audacious goals that we have, and trying to make sure that we're, getting there. So my husband actually started working with me here too. So his desk is right here. I can look at it while I'm looking at this camera here. I had him leave the room so I could film with y'all today. But whenever we do work together, together. Sometimes I can just look over at him and just, we can joke about jobs, or if we have certain things that we need to attend to immediately, we can work on those things together. So it's been quite an interesting growth process throughout my journey here as well, because my husband had no experience in the trade, but he got to hear me throughout the many years of my experiences. And then Ruben gave him a chance, and he's the dispatcher now with Colair, and it's 100% changed the, trajectory of this company. And we feel so blessed to get to work here and take care of my son together and everything like it. We feel truly a part of the family of Colair. So it's really special.
That's awesome. And I know that Ruben's going to love to hear that, because as an owner, it's really nice to know, we hope every day that we create environments that people feel loved, appreciated, and valued. And we are always trying to do more, but to hear it, it's just sometimes nice to hear, and so I know that he will be appreciative of hearing that. He's a great guy. And I think that's awesome that you guys, and then to know that your husband's now getting to work in there and with you. And that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, gives me a
I
place
think
of
focusing,
support.
and focusing on what you said, culture is such a big thing that gets talked about in our industry. And when you find a place that has a culture like that makes you feel like family, it's the best. I love that about Quality. I really have watched Quality and all the things Cassie has done all these years, and then now to be a part of that team has been truly amazing.
It really is. If I didn't love Ruben so much, I'd already be asking to go work at Quality. So
Most businesses' online presence is boring. And by being boring, they're losing out on potential sales and customers. Being interesting and exciting is what draws customers in and gets them to buy from you. But it's hard to be interesting online when you're focused on running your business and taking care of your customers. It doesn't have to be this way. We have the key to unlocking the solution to your problem. Key Heart Marketing can help take your business from boring to brilliant on social media. We can vouch for them. They run our podcast socials. If you want to have a strong social media presence that allows customers to know, like, and trust you, connect with Key Heart Marketing at keyheartmarketing.com.
Always say that. Ruben, I'm not recruiting. Okay.
yeah, don't worry. I won't get poached, but we have a great relationship. I've already even asked him if I could retire here. Like, I really do. I love Colair, and to see the company growing and, to feel appreciated and heard, and my ideas, and not just my ideas, but the ideas of the teams that I've been coaching and that we've been growing with together. It's a great feeling to watch that and to get more training opportunities in the sense of just taking good care of my son and showing him what a solid leader is about. Like, it makes me feel so great. So that type of culture is so special.
So how do you balance working from home with your husband in the home and together all day long, and then, having a kid, I'm sure at some point in. So how do you balance all of that?
We structure lunches very well. So like right now is my lunch hour. I'm using it to podcast. And then when he takes his lunch hour, he'll pick up our son. We live like less than 5 minutes from the school. So we'll get that taken care of. And we're really just lucky to have that work out in like a synchrony that worked pretty well for us, like serendipitous. But my husband actually works even harder now than I do. He is on call 24/7 for the technicians, and the sales advisors will be calling him at like 9 o'clock at night when we'll be putting my son to sleep. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, and it really is. We're still taking good care of the customers no matter the time of day. It really does. It's serving at that highest level and making sure that we're there for our teammates as well. So we have a solid process.
Life is like that, man. That dispatcher life is like that. We try to have some sort of like rotation, but it's a hard balance because you can't really send, at 9 or 10 p.m. our phone calls, our customer inbound calls go to a call center. But then if we have technicians still out, we can't send them to a call center, and so that doesn't work here. And so it's a hard balance because how do you still keep serving that customer? Who serves them? And it can be, I remember too, back in the day, Kelly was our one that was on call 24/7, and she still has like a little bit of trauma from that, but it happens. But that's great that he is still, willing to be there and help the team. And I'm sure it won't be like that for long as you guys continue to grow. Those positions evolve too. And so
how big is Colair?
Colair's it's growing rapidly. So we actually just took on another location in Corpus Christi, and we have a great team there growing there too. So we're also still the same Colair team, but we have multiple trucks on the road, and we're always hiring. So if anyone's in our area and looking to grow with us, just give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'll be here and happy to help. But as far as how many trucks we have on the road, all of them are looking so amazing now that we have rebranded with Dan, and they are really just beautiful. I would love to drive one myself if I wasn't working remotely. So I always joke around with Ruben, and I tell him we need to open up a Colair DFW location so that I can help, with that. We'll see how that goes. So, but it's really great. So we have a growing team. We have more than 20 trucks on the road, and whenever we are helping our sales advisors, it's 24 hours a day, So I came in and I started to, say, hey, there's different things that our call center needs to be doing. I came in as a call center operator, not an operator, but like a manager there at Colair, and I start to implement processes within the call center, and they didn't have scripting at the time. They weren't setting their technicians up for success, and now we do those things. So we have implemented strategic processes and procedures that help our call center set the technicians up for success. Our marketing team is so great, and they are working solid hard on it every day to make sure that they are contacting our customers in every which way to make sure that we're keeping our foot in the door, and they have billboards and ads and radio, and really putting all that effort into making sure that our customers know who we are and what we stand for. When we say Colair Cares, it's not just a slogan, it's in my blood. My mom has a broken back, so every customer that I was helping whenever I was in the call center, if I was taking those calls or fielding any escalated calls, I let them know, like, I'll make sure to treat your home just like it's my own. My mom, if she needed to call someone today, she couldn't just go out there and help get a tree limb off the lines or go out there and fix the filters or anything like that, or get anything. She's handicapped. So just really serving your customers in every which way with empathy is one of the things that we had to come in and make sure that our call center was doing in-house, and that our in-house marketing was structuring those things to coordinate with them and the CSRs and know what specials we were running and everything. So lots of different ways to maximize within the call center and start getting them like outbounding. We started doing all that too, and that really helped project the growth that we had and growth that they already were having. They started in the 80s, and already to this day, it feels great to be a part of something so special, So
What I love about the conversation right now is we talk to, a podcast a week, and we've talked to a lot of people, and we talk to a lot of owners. But I always wonder if we're always giving enough value back to everyone. And I appreciate how passionate you are about your position as inside the company working for Ruben, but just pushing for the company. I think that this episode will be really inspiring to people, that you can make a difference no matter what position you are in the company, that you have the opportunity to make a difference. You have the opportunity to have a voice and bring ideas. Some of our best ideas have come from someone within the team that they were just like, hey, can we try this, or can we do this? And it doesn't always have to be the owner's idea, And so I think that that's a really empowering message to people listening, that no matter what position you're in, be willing to share your voice and help your team go, or your company go for the further, growth, for, you all grow together. That's one thing we say all the time here, is like, anyone who's been here for a while has grown, whether it was in salary or job title or responsibility, etc. And so there's always just advancement, but you can always make a difference no matter what position you're doing.
Right.
Well, and we also always say,
growth.
you're 100% right. The innovation, we were just talking on the previous podcast about being able to pivot. And I just have to say, I love your passion and how you just radiating your love for this company. And I love that so much. And so let's talk about innovation. What are some things that you've done to be more innovative in your call center?
Yeah. So to be more innovative in the call center, we started pulling custom reports, and I started showing the CSRs how to pull custom reports themselves, so that way, instead of just like going through, the dispatch board and going 6 months back and trying to click on customers that they ran maintenances for, they were actually able to pull based off of job tags. And we started tagging jobs specifically to make sure that we were following along with maybe certain customers, if we were trying to take care of them for seasonal needs, different needs that they might have for indoor air quality. We would go ahead and get those tagged and follow up with them through outbounding measures at later time. Those were ways that we started implementing those in the call center. Through our marketing efforts, we started reaching out more often through like seasonal reminders. Like right now, we would send like a rainbow seasonal shamrock type March reminder to change your filters, those types of things, we started sending those out more, and just structuring team building, coordinating through teams and making sure that we were having one-on-ones, and also having leadership, building those meetings together with leadership, and getting together weekly and making sure that we were going over the day-to-day and taking care of everybody in different departments and those types of inefficiencies within the company. So it was really across departments. That's why I say that I'm the ambassador of fun, because I poke my head in everything, and Ruben says that I get bored easily. So like with the call center, I came in, I started doing all that. I went into the back end of ServiceTitan, changed up what I knew about the scripting. And then what I did is I helped with dispatching. So we have like ServiceTitan and Dispatch Pro, and I started going in and making sure that we were dispatching the right text to the right calls, and then just different areas. I had also worked in other companies, the ones that I'd worked at before, not just in the call center, but also in inside sales, outbound operations, and making sure that we were following up on estimates and taking good care of that rehash of customers. So structuring a call center and separating the inbound from the outbound, and making sure that you have someone answering the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Emergencies don't stop 8 to 5. Like, you have to be on the phone and take care of your customers. And I am for AI. I think AI is a very helpful tool, but if you don't have human empathy on the phone for when a call comes in and that's a call that you're looking to serve that customer, then it may fall through the cracks. So it's always good to take the best care of your customers personally, every way that you can.
For sure. For
So-
sure. It sounds like you have like such a fun job. Just keep yourself busy day to day serving all the customers
do.
of
Yes.
Colair and your teammate. And that's really exciting to hear from you. I'm really proud to hear, like, I love hearing stories like this of women doing just great things. And I'm really proud of all the stuff that you're getting done over there.
Thank you so much. And I feel very blessed to get to be a part of other women's working groups as well, like Women in HVACR, INWIC, E3, and the podcast that you share, How Are Women of the Trades, is like one of my favorite podcasts. And then you've just recently had Sarah Gerardo on here. She's one of my mentors, and I love her so much. And then I just love all your episodes that you've had. You've had Lori on here too, and Jen McKee, and everybody. So it's so great. A lot of different women in this industry to learn and grow from, who are so willing to help. Like I said, just look for the helpers and you'll find them, So I appreciate y'all helping me share my story.
For sure. The industry is so full of women willing to help. And
Yeah.
sometimes you have to take the first step of messaging and asking for it. But once you do, there's so many of us that are just willing to keep the relationship and the connection. I'll be honest, sometimes I am a hard one to get a hold of these days, but I try really hard to go back and message, or I'm a little bit slower to respond. But I know that it's also fulfilling on the other side of it too. Sometimes the day-to-day of what's happening in the business is, monotonous and all of that stuff. But when you get to like step out and share something with someone else to help them, it really just like revives you to jump right back into your own business to keep doing. And so I would just still always encourage people to reach out. If you see someone on social media or at an event, go talk to them. There's no one that I know in our space that's not approachable. I always joke that I look unapproachable, but most of the time, my head, am I cool here? Do they like me? Am I good? Am I whatever? Like, I am like my own worst critic. And so it makes my face look unapproachable. And I'm always like, someone will Cassie smile. And I'm like, yeah, and it's just like everyone fights those same battles, and just put yourself out there. And so good job, Valerie, doing that. It's been really great talking to you today. I hope that we can catch up sometime at an event, and we'll be sure to include in the show notes how to reach out to Valerie if you're interested in connecting with her on social media. And keep doing the good stuff, girl. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been Power Women of the Trades. Like what you hear so far? Leave us a review at Apple, and make sure to listen to our other episodes wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.